Okay, in this video we're going to look at the design section of Mob Page's mobile websites, and we're going to look at those settings and how you adjust them and set them to match your main website. Okay, so we have two tabs: the themes, which gives you all the color scheming, and the logo. So we're going to start with the logo. So in order to insert a logo up here in the header, what we want to do is upload a copy of your logo. And it's as simple as that. We can resize it so that we can make it look in proportion to the rest of the website, depending on the size of the image that you uploaded. And then once we've done that, if we just click Save Settings, we'll get a notification up here that it was saved, and that's how you do it. Okay, now over to the Themes tab. We have some pre-designed themes here, and they are just different color schemes that we know are fairly popular, and you know that if you're lucky and they do match your the color scheme of your website and the branding, then go ahead and just use those very quickly. As you can see, there's about half a dozen different ones. Okay, but other than that, you can individually change each one so that you can color match your whole entire website so that it matches the branding of your main website. And the way that we do that is by using these three sections here. We have the header and footer, the background, and the buttons. So the header and the footer refers to the header section here, and if you scroll down, the footer section here. So if we look at that one first, and it's very simple. If you'll notice that we have a gradient, we have two settings here, and they indicate a gradient. So the first one is if we just adjust it, you'll see it just affects the top of these sections. So if I wanted to change it to a red, or maybe not a red, if we bring it down and change it to perhaps, let's get a light blue of some description. And if we set that one as to a light color, and then if we move on to the next one, and again bring it to slightly darker to go, just to give us a little gradient from top to bottom, and it's that simple. And as you can see, it updates live so you can see how it looks. Okay, now there's also an option to have some patterns in the background, which you can see there are different ones, and they just faintly overlay and just help sometimes with the look of your header and footer. These are all popular patterns that are used in lots of web designs, website designs, but if we don't want anything, we just click on the top there for nothing. Now, the background area refers to the background part between the header and the footer, so it's the main background of the website and will be carried across through all pages. Now, I particularly would like white on this one, but if I'll just show you, it's much the same. We can change the top gradient color, and then by clicking on here and dragging, we can change the bottom gradient color, so we can change the overall look of the whole website. In this instance, I just prefer to have white on both, so I'm going to have set it back to white, because that's what I like, how I like the website to look for this particular website. And I'm also going to pop back to the header and the footer, and I'm just going to rechange those back to the light grey colours with a very, very slight gradient. Okay, the next section that we want to look at, again, you've got the pattern options here for the back, and just to overlay, just to give you a different feel for it. I don't particularly want any patterns on this, so I'm going to if I can stop that from going at the top there. Okay, we'll leave that for now. And then if we come on to the buttons, now there are lots of widgets that we use, and this is how we build the websites, and these are widgets. As you can see, you can edit in each one individually. Now some of them are such as the buttons, the navigation, the price lists, things like that will have a button element to it that will need to operate either a button to go through to another page, or a navigation to go through to another page, or various aspects like that. Now we can equally change the colours on these, and for example, if you wanted to make this a red button, then we can do so, and you can see it dynamically updates, and that filters through to all of the button type widgets for the whole website. Now at the moment it just is, as you can see, they've got the hover settings here, which when you hover over the button it will revert to that. You can change those or just make them the same, and the quickest way to make them the same is to copy the code in there and paste it in. And again, if you just copy that, paste there and paste it in there, you can make them exactly the same and it just won't change at all. Obviously the next thing that we would want to do, especially on a button of this colour, we would want to change the text to a different colour, white in particular. Now you can see it looks quite blurry on here, and that's because of the text shadow. We can sharpen that up just by taking the text shadow off. Now text shadow is great and it helps to highlight text, but sometimes depending on your colour choices it doesn't work on some choices of colours. So I'm going to leave those buttons that colour. If I wanted them just to be a flat colour rather than with a gradient, then what I would do is take the colour from that one and just paste it in there and use the same colour on both. And again, the same with the hover. And then you've got a flat button colour there. Okay, and once you're done, you would save the settings, and that's pretty much all. The only thing I wanted to cover on this is you will notice that when you sign up for a website, the mobile website with Mod Pages, that the footer is pre-formatted. Now that is done to ease the use and how quickly you can set the site up. It takes some details from the information that you put in, such as the link through to your main website. Now, as with everything, you can edit this, and if you wanted to change it, and it's just a drag and drop, so if you wanted to take out the logo at the bottom there, you can drop that out. If you wanted to change this link to go somewhere else, or if you wanted to change the wording or get rid of some of the wording, then that's absolutely fine. It's no problem at all. You can just do that by editing this section here and then saving it. And that's the same with, you'll notice the edit and delete buttons here at the bottom as you hover over, and we've done this just to make it really simple for editing and positioning. For example, if you wanted to move this one up, you could just move it, click it, drag it up and drop it in the next section there. Okay, now that's all for now on this video, and that's hopefully shows you how you can easily theme your entire website to match the branding of your desktop website. See you in the next video.